Hello, my little weirdos. It is a frigid Tuesday morning on the 21st of January. And President Rapist was inaugurated yesterday. This is just a partial list of what he has already done to start dismantling America. Got to put on the reading glasses for this one, okay? This is just a partial list now. And I want to remind you of his promises. And he made promises that he would fully do what he said, right? Okay. Remember, you voted for him because of his promises, you said. He's already told you he can't lower grocery prices after the election, but we told you that beforehand. So let's begin. He withdrew America from the Paris Climate Accord again. He withdrew America from the World Health Organization again. He did those on his first term. Mount McKinley, Alaska, has wanted it to be changed to Denali. It's indigenous name, the Great One, and they wanted it for a long time to be renamed to the original name that it was called. It was done. He took it back. He put it back to Mount McKinley against the wishes of that state. It's in that state, their state. Oh, yes. He has now made it in a law that all flags will be at full staff during inaugurations. But that counters a law that's already a precedent that with any living with any current or past president, when they die, the flags in the country are at half staff for 30 days. Even the president cannot just change some things, like the next one. He put in to start changing the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America. He can't do that. He can't do that. It's not going to change it anywhere except in America. Everybody else on the planet will be calling it what it is. The Gulf of Mexico. There's national other countries in an organization. Obviously, he doesn't know that name bodies of water on the planet. Okay, it's not just, oh, it's near us, so we get to name it. The Gulf of Mexico is near Mexico as well. So acting like America is everything and the best and always, and they deserve, that's how they're acting. And this is how MAGA acts. That America is everything and nobody overshadows them in any area whatsoever. Well, that's just not true. Okay, let's get back. All illegal immigrants are deported as soon as possible. He's trying to get the birthright. He really is trying to do the birthright citizenship, the second generation. But again, that is also in founding documents. And you can't just change something in a founding document just by the president signing something. Things that are founding documents, they need more than just one person to say, I don't want to do that no more. And it's anymore. Okay. Oh, yes, he's declared an energy emergency, a national energy emergency. He wants to drill, baby, drill, but that that order that Biden signed, he's not going to be able to just sign and reverse that, because Biden, along all these coastlines and stuff that are precious reserve places and stuff for like actual living things, and he can't just sign it away no matter how he's going to try. Joe knew he was going to do this. He did the same thing to Obama stuff. He tried to eradicate everything Obama did because he was black and he didn't like him being the president. So he can't. He might want to change it in America, but the world is still going to call it the Gulf of Mexico. He declared a national emergency at the border and the energy emergency. And you understand, when he starts declaring national emergencies like this, if he does a few of them, he can put them together and say, we have a national emergency. Now we have to start deportation. So that's how he's trying to initiate that. National transgender protections have been ripped away, just like they ripped away women's rights with abortion. An order stating that there are only two sexes, and now only he said two sexes will be acknowledged. And it determines what you are, determines on if you have eggs or sperm. It's not going to be based on chromosomal, is what I'm saying. There are hermaphrodites, who have both. They have both organs, they have both genitalia, and they have both. What are they? President Rapist. Oh, and by the way, how you identify, what sexual organs you have is called gender. That's why it's called gender reassignment, because you're reassigning a part. Sex is not the correct term. So if you're making an official law, I wonder if it doesn't have the correct verbiage, can it even be installed? I'll have to research that. Because you make a law, and it's a law not what you're meaning it to be, and so what you want to stop is still going to go on, because technically they're a gender, not a sex. Because he doesn't have very much up there, except revenge and greed and lust. DEI stopped, which I find is very interesting, because he named his first three children DEI. Don, Ivanka, or Don, Eric, and Ivanka. DEI. Dude, if you hated DEI, maybe you shouldn't have given your kids names with the initials of DEI. He only wants women, people of color, to have jobs that he deems they're worthy for. The menial, grunt jobs. That they're fine for. You can hire them all you want. But God forbid you give them a place over a white person in a university scholarship, or a hiring or a promotion. That's really what he's saying. He says, oh, I have a lot of illegals working, this, that, and the other thing, in grunt jobs. Gardener, typical, cliche crap. They can do more than wash dishes, garden, pick fruits and vegetables, and slaughter animals. They can do more than that. But he doesn't. People like that don't want them to. It's not that they're not qualified. He doesn't want them to be qualified. Big difference. And that's just a little teeny tiny, like his hands, taste of what he's already done. How much you want to bet he's going to make some law that he has to be added to Mount Rushmore? How much? Because he wanted it the first time. How much you bet with Mr. Money Pockets, Alonia? How much you want to bet he's going to push to put his thumbprint on something that he believes cannot be erased? But it can be, and it will be, if he ever did that. So, welcome to your president rapist. No, I am not thrilled with it. A lot of this, it doesn't affect me, like, personally, but I still give a fuck, okay? Yeah. Imagine that. Somebody giving a damn about issues that don't affect them personally. Oh, by the way, pregnancy doesn't affect me anymore. That law, it doesn't matter because I can't get pregnant anymore. I still give about others having what I had when I grew up. The ability, if something horrible happens, or if a birth control fails, your life is not going to be completely disrupted and changed. Just letting that sink in for a few minutes here. Not for me, because it's been sinking in. No, I did not watch the inauguration. I promised you I would not, and I did not. Yes, I'm seeing clips of things because I need to be informed. Things, incidences, individual little, moments and stuff. Look, I know he didn't put his hand on the Bible that he claims to be so devoted to. Do you hear that, Christian MAGAs? Do you hear that? That Bible that you espouse so much? 2 Corinthians. He didn't even put his hand on that to take the oath. How do you feel about that, MAGA? He made a big deal about the Bible, didn't he, in his life? How come he didn't swear his oath? Because he was swearing an oath to betray America. And maybe he was afraid to put his hand on the Bible, knowing that God is not pleased with his life. Think maybe a little bit of godly fear hit him, and he didn't, or you think it was just the legal part of it? So later he can't say, well, like he's arguing, like he argued with the insurrection. It doesn't say the president has to. Yes, it does. He was doing maybe that, maybe was it that? It was one or the other. And he left her, Melanie, sailing in the wind, sitting there holding books. Why are there 2 books? Holding books that he never used. And she looked like some freaking either Spy versus Spy or the Hamburglar or some freaking What the hell was that hat and the outfit? Please, just all of it. And that's just what I saw. Oh, and by the way, I did look at any of my videos yesterday. I was wearing black because it was the end of the morning of Jimmy Carter and of honoring Martin Luther King. Anyway, y'all have a good day. Keep warm. Peace out.